But the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're off again. Costa Curta. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Van Dalten. Crosses it in here. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Stoichkov. And it's Kutchu. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Beckenbauer. Scholes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a sharp pass. And here's Drogba. Hazard. Lovely ball and a real chance now. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Scholes. Nicked it back promptly. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Rijkaard. Stoichkov. And this is Adriano. He's found a way through. Just a kid's Adriano! Just cruising! They are cruising! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in... And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Please take this opportunity to pay a visit to our official store where memorabilia from today's match are now available.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And that gets things running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's
got full. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Hazard looking for the run. Good read, needed to be. Bellingham. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. De Bruyne. Pass somewhat off target. That's Park Ji-sung. He's picked his way through. And Park Ji-sung! Oh, the ball's run loose here. James is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Oh, that's a key interception. That's an imaginative pass. And it's Stoichkov. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. James. Olise. That is lovely. Olise! And it's a goal! The breakthrough strike. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Hazard. Hernandez.
Oh, really well played.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Hazard. It scores! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Adriano! Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Deftly out wide. And he's straight offside. Van Bauten. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. It'll be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, he's done very well to take that back. He's in a good position here. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Ronaldinho. And this is Inzaghi. Nicely spread. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Not going up front in a hurry. Half an hour played now. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That has not gone well. Can he get it through? And he cuts out the supply. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Shot could be on. Chance! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Scholes. Adriano. Stoichkov. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Ambitious ball here. Olise gets into a good position. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice control. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that pass just didn't quite work. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Inter Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Siete pregati di usare le apposite aree di parcheggio. Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 20. Lascia il campo per il
Jordan
numero
get the ball rolling for the second period.
Cambio di giocatori.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Scholes. Inter Milan. And there's the shot! Just off target.
Rosicki usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. This ended up in no man's land. And that has been knocked clear. Now, can they get him away? Inter Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Ronaldinho. And now the breakaway. And that is a little undercooked. Park Ji-sung is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Stoichkov. Stoichkov picks it up out wide. James with the clearance. Great vision. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pinches it off him. Tries to play it through. Crosses it, he gets big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Adriano certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And it's Azar. Looking for options for movement. Olise receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's good running with the ball. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Mbappe wins the duel this time.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 18. Viene sostituito con il numero 23.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Olise is onto this. He's going for goal! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
Can he get on the end of this? Thinks about the shot, and he shoots! Goal! Inter! And the comeback is complete! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Out to the left it goes. And this is Park Ji-sung. He's on it, can he get away? Park Ji-sung finds himself offside.
Jordan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Threads one in. This looks promising. A probing pass. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's made its way to him. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's
Adriano! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Oh, important interception. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Tries to pass it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Rosicky. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He can run onto that. Mbappe! Now, who's going to be first to this? Looking to play him in. Robertson does well to get it back. There will be 4 extra minutes. He's having a shot! Beckenbauer tries from distance. Brzezinski played down the flank.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. Howson. James. Spread neatly. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Inter.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy's son really is a manager's dream. A second striker, poacher and a winger, all in one. Oh, and don't forget, great off both feet. You just don't get that sort of tactical versatility in players playing up front. Such a rare talent.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. He's being urged to shoot. Big chance! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Pinged towards the front line. Hernandez. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Petit. And that pass just didn't quite work. Scholes. And this is Hazard. Adriano. Gravenberg. He's in a great position here. Hazard. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the... Applies the finish! They want to be quick to recover this. And that was nowhere near his best. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Petit. No goals as yet. Now it's Son Heung-min. Scholes. And it's Hazard. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Rosicky. That pass has been well intercepted.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Son Heung-min was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rosicky will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Davids did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Cannavaro. Scholes. Adriano. Van Bouten does well to get it back. Edmilson. Edmilson. That is good alertness. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Hazard. Hernandez. And it's Rosicky. Scholes. Petit. Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Now Davids. Petit. Son Heung-min. And it's Rosicky. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Stoichkov. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Ambitious ball here. And now the breakaway. Rashford is fouled. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Petit. Davids. Stood up well to him there. Half-time getting close now. That's really nicely played. Inter Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Zanetti. Scholes is the team's great visionary. And it's Hernandez. And it's Gravenberg. Played back in. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide. Hernandez. He rises! Has fallen kindly here. They've scored!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that.
And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Inter Milan are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Played out wide, Rosicki, and he cuts out the supply. Rashford is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Davids charging forward, the ball at his feet. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. He's having a shot! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to...
Adriano! Goal! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Inter Milan take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Good read, needed to be. Rosicki. Azar. Azar going full tilt down the left. Hernandez. Oh, what has happened here? Hernandez gets his head on it! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 9.
Manchester United making another change here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Inter Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Son Heung-min. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Substitution.
Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, important interception. Bellingham. Rui Costa. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Scholes. Rui Costa. Now it's Neymar. Oh, good spread. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Adriano. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Rashford. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. 75 minutes played. Looking to play him in. Gravenberch. Here's Scholes. Stoichkov. Gravenberch. Spread out to the left. Hernandez, who's set up one goal so far. Manchester United have it back and can go again. And this is Adriano. Cafu. Beckenbauer. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rashford providing an outlet on that flank. Tries to get it clear. Knocks it into space. Now it's Hazard. Adriano. Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. Hernandez. De Bruyne. And it's Hernandez. Tries to play it through. De Bruyne. He's shifting through the gears here. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Stoichkov. And it's Bellingham. Oh, easy pickings there. That has ended up in no man's land.
There will be 3 minutes
Beyond the
added time.
defence. And this is Adriano. He's beaten the last man. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Great vision. Scholes. And that will be the final act. Inter Milan are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. So that's got things underway.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Really has a keeper. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. No second thought, a straight red card. Celtic are now forced to play the bulk of the game a man short.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
And it's Gravenberch.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Belletti. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. Fires it in low. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nesta. De Bruyne. Stoichkov. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. De Bruyne. And it's Azar. Has a shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Belletti could move up a gear here. Now it's Bale. He's under a lot of pressure there. Rummenigge! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Celtic with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Here's the header! Harmlessly behind. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Bale, distributed tidily. Scholes. Cannavaro. And Zanetti. And it's Scholes. De Bruyne. He's tried one! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Celtic are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's come off the upright. And this is De Bruyne. Shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
De Bruyne is offering a wry smile there.
Gravenberch. Now Van Bouten. Cannavaro. Rummenigge demonstrating his defensive quality there. Jordi Alba gets into some space. Rummenigge is onto this. Van Bouten clears it away. Tries to play it, and a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Zanetti. That's headed upfield. And Scholes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Hazard. And he cuts out the supply. De Bruyne. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Perez. Now it's Bale. Van Bouten makes the interception. Costa Curta. And it's Gravenberch. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Adriano. It's Adriano! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Scholes finds himself offside.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 3.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Inter Milan can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Scholes. And it's Gravenberch. In with the challenge. Mateus. Mateus charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Nesta is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
De Bruyne. Hazard knocks it out wide. Hernandez has it out. He's got full! They've scored!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking.
Shapes to shoot! He has done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he...
Oh, what a climb! Zanetti going vertical. Scholes. Adriano. De Bruyne. Looking for options for movement. Nesta. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. There's the whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Inter Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 20. Viene sostituito con il
And we are
numero
underway
8,
again.
Rosicki. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And it's Jordi Alba. Bale in acres of space out. Terrific header!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Zanetti. Here's Scholes. Hazard. Hernandez. Scholes. No way through there. Perez. Mateus. Great vision. Koller, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And it's Jordi Alba. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he welcomes it in. Jordi Alba delivers the ball.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Early stages of the second half, and still 2 between them. Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Koller. That's a good ball out wide.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's got a chance! Iniesta. Rosicki. And this is Scholes. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's intervened well there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Played out wide. He can get that clear.
Pretty robust defending. Koller really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Adriano was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bale. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now that's well seen too. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Stoichkov. He's found the way through. Buffon claims comfortably. And the counter is on. Koller. Can he get on the end of this?
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Oh, good ball! It's a really well-measured ball. Scholes picks it up out wide. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Scholes. Inter Milan have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. And he's picked it up out wide. Big header! Played out to the left flank. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Scholes. Iniesta. Threads one in. And it's Scholes. Hazard has created 1 goal already. And this is Adriano. And the ball is out of play.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. numero 18, numero 21. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9, via, il numero 23.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. David Villa, Bastoni wins the duel this time. Koller tries to pass, chance, surely! It's Pires! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Ci sarà un minuto di
1
recupero.
minute to add, according to the board. And here's Bergkamp. Pires. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Inter Milan are enjoying their moments of collective... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos...
And the shots! What about that from Fernando Torres?
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
That's a really good execution, Peter, but you have to raise some serious questions about how he was allowed to...
Bergkamp!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Tchouaméni. Costa Curta. And it's Bergkamp. Adriano. It's run loose here. Koundé trying to keep this in. Now it's Torres. He's looking wide. Kimmich. A probing pass. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Del Piero. And this is Adriano. Now it's Bergkamp. That's been cut out, well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Now that's well seen too. Benatia is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. That has been cut short. Zanetti. And it's Scholes. Now, can they get him away? Scholes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's Adriano!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Now it's Torres. He has found the way through. Nicely weighted ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got full. Goal! Brazil! And again they hit the front. Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Substituição em andamento.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Brazil take the lead. Oh, chance, surely! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Brazil go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Torres has it out wide and in space. He's got away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. Oh, easy pickings there. He's tried one! Yamal. Kimmich. Vinicius Junior. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. There's the delivery. Inter Milan making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. And he's running through. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Torres. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Adriano. Now it's Bergkamp. Hernandez. For De Bruyne. Over to the left. And it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp does well to get it back. Bergkamp! No mistake! With half-time at hand! Back timing. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Roberto Carlos. And the half-time whistle goes. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Kimmich. Shifted it to the flank. Vinicius Junior. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Bergkamp. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rafinha. That's a good run down the left. Kimmich. Short changes him with that pass. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things. Can he get on the end of this? And he's straight offside. Inter Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Well, that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Hernandez. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Van Bouten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Inter Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Up he goes! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Del Piero. Stoichkov.
Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
It scores! He won't be happy with that one. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And he's lost his man here. Del Piero.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Bergkamp, and this is Stoichkov. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substituição.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Brazil are looking to go forward now. And this is Torres. Rafinha receives it in a good position here. Now it's Bergkamp. Now it's Stoichkov. That ball looks a good one. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
This has become one superb game of football.
Inter really can sense it now. This
Chance for a shot! Lofted upfield.
Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Del Piero! Big relief, it just needed better contact. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he's managed to get through. Tries a shot! And that is doing no harm at all. That's gone route one. Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
All hands on deck for this one. He's there to hit it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Van de Ven actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Can he get it through? And he's had it nicked away. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Del Piero looking to get on the end of this. Rafinha, lovely pass, but can he get there? Well read, nice interception. That's that, the end. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. And after all of that... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yes, and he shoots! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defence.
Can he finish? And it's a goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Out to the right.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Big header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Scholes. And it's Rosicky. Foot in. Rosicky has got himself a free kick. And it's Scholes. And here's Stoichkov. Adriano touches it back. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's found a way through. Now it's Mbappe. De Bruyne. Scholes.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Here's the return pass. Probing pass. Mbappe looking to run onto it. Hernandez. Rosicky. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's a decent clearance. That's a throw. And it's Scholes. Gravenberg, he is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Koeman promptly onto that, and that is that.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Very nicely done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Inter Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Gravenberg. Zanetti. Oh, it's Scholes. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Tries a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Tries to pass it through. And this is Adriano. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Hazard is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Plenty to... Big chance! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away.
Chance, surely! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. And that's one back! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
No, that was never going to make it. Pedri. Oh, this is a very good run. Is there a... Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pedri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That's a cute ball. Looking for options for movement. And he's managed to get free.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pedri. De Bruyne. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Adriano. Scholes. Now he's got space here. Van Bouten gets across to intercept that. And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile consumare alcolici solo nelle apposite aree. Grazie. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real depth.
Shot a goal! It's a goal! And the second half is off to a flyer! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Can he get onto this? Rodri. Inter Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Azar.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well read.
L'affluenza di
Danger is
quest'oggi
averted.
è di 80.607 spettatori.
It's their second corner of the game. Scholes getting this one clear. And the shot's on here. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has ended up in no man's land. That has been slung wide. He is through here. Real chance here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Messi. Pedri. Oh, well played, well played. Hernandez. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Del Piero is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And they're back on the ball again. Over to the left. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Hernandez. Now it's Rosicky. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Rodri. Oh, can he get onto this? Just a quarter of an hour to play. Cleared without complication. Out for a throw.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Scholes. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Messi. He's on it. Can he get away? Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And it's made its way to him. He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Maradona. For De Bruyne. And this is Bergkamp. And it's Hernandez. And this is Del Piero.
Inter really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, that pass isn't the best. And this is Bergkamp. Baresi cuts it out.
Il quarto uomo
Camavinga.
indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. De Bruyne does well to get it back. Nicely weighted ball. He has found the way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Now it's Haaland. Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. Always onto this. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gravenberg.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Costa Curta concedes a free kick for that. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part.
He's gone for goal!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mbappe! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Now it's Scholes. And this is Rosicky. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had it taken off him. And it's Stoichkov. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Yamal. No goals as yet. Haaland. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Brzezinski. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Rosicky.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Costa Curta. That's headed upfield. Brzezinski. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, that is one way to stop him. Aims beyond the defence. And it's Zanetti. In with the challenge. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Picked out that could spell trouble. Shoots! What a set! Has another go! Goal! Inter! First blood drawn. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Haaland. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
That has been cut short. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's going to be another corner, I think. Corner number 2 then. Chance! Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And he welcomes it in. Oh, Red, nice interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And he's intervened well there. And here's Rosicky. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Inter Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Inter definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Hazard. Stoichkov. Little pass back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Looking tidy in possession here. Inter Milan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nicely aimed pass. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yamal. Some really good ball movement. Good ball, good take. Up he goes! Inter Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Stoichkov tries making a foray down the right. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Rosicky. That is good alertness. Del Piero, it's run loose here. Now, what about a counter-attack? Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Zanetti takes control of it and he's on the move. Stoichkov. That's a good run down the left. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Oh, it's played into the area. Zanetti clears it away. Costa Curta gets good distance on it. Pavard. Costa Curta gets a foot in here. Now it's Hazard. Can he spark a counter here? And he's managed to get free. Lofted in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And it's Zanetti. Scholes. And here's Stoichkov. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's shifting through the gears here. Cleared without complication. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's through, it's one-on, chance for a shot! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Maradona. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's Bergkamp. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Maradona gets into some space. There's the header!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Sostituito con il numero 5. Attenzione, un cambio.
Looking for options for movement. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Van Belten. Zanetti. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Del Piero. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, easy pickings there. And he was quick to react.
Ci sarà
Guardiola.
un minuto di recupero.
And it's De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. And this is Del... And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So that's it. It is all over. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Atalanta e Inter.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team.
Dybala! Not the best of contacts, given it wasn't the easiest of chances.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage or produce a little surprise element to things, and the quicker the delivery, I think the more chance you have, and they should have done better there.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Atalanta clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He's played it back. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Some good work on the right flank here. Now it's Del Piero, and here's Azar. Stoichkov. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space he needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Conte. So we're still where we started right now. Passing nice and neat. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some really good ball movement. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Azar. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Koundé hurtling down that right flank. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Brzezinski, crunching tackle. And it's Scholes. Stoichkov. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Now it's Dybala. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to pass it through. Takes a shot! Goal! Atalanta! And Atalanta go in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Atalanta have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Stoichkov, and he's forced to go back. Marquinhos.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got... Takes the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Decent hit and on target.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Conte! That's really well manoeuvred. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Kante cuts out the pass. Marquinhos.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Lewandowski. And it's Xabi Alonso. No, he's not getting his way this time. Nicely weighted ball. Hazard. Oh, well played, well played. Koundé. Atalanta do have a chance to counter here. And this is Dybala. And the shot! Brzezinski. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's cut it out. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve. and make it fast.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Brzezinski. Scholes. Hazard. And Hernandez. And it's Scholes. And here's Hazard. Now this could be a chance. Del Piero was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Hazard. And this is Del Piero. And Del Piero! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Goes for a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Hazard looking to play him in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Chance, surely! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Griezmann charging forward, the ball at his feet. Rodri. Now it's Lewandowski.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now that's well seen too. Now it's Dybala, and he's on his way! He's under a lot of pressure there. Brzezinski. Hazard. And it's Stoichkov. Oh, good spread. Scholes. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Scholes. And this is Rosicky. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dybala. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. It's a throw-in.
Cambio di giocatori.
Alonso. Spread neatly. Xabi Alonso. Nicely. Oh, what a climb! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Lewandowski receives it in a good position here.
Atalanta really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Dybala tries a shot! Brzezinski. Can he get on the end of this? Koundé. And here's Xabi Alonso. Now it's Marquinhos. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 11.
So, time for changes
Griezmann.
on both sides, actually.
Numero 90. Numero 9. Xabi Alonso. Numero
Hazard
10.
can see things
Lascia il
others
campo
simply
per
cannot.
Il numero 13.
Into the last
Hazard.
5 minutes.
Il numero 15. Il
Now
numero
there's a...
20.
And the shot!
Il numero 19. Attenzione.
He's
una
cleared it out of
sostituzione.
harm's way. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vitinha. Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Tries to
Ci
play it
saranno
through.
3 minuti di recupero.
Rodri gets over and intercepts. Khan punts it upfield. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Looking for the run. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Van Balten with the clearance. Marquinhos. Van Balten makes... And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a...
Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Davids does really well there, he is strong. Cannavaro. Davids wins the duel this time. Cannavaro. Stoichkov. Bellingham. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. A heavy challenge. And it's Kimmich. Davids. Has a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
He's on it, can he get away? And the shot! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Brzezinski, now it's Hazard.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Adriano. That is good strength. Look at the space here. He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited.
Big header! And he hits the net! And they've got their lead back. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the...
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And this is Adriano. And they're quick to press. And he's in on goal, and the shot! And it's Rosicky. It's Adriano! That was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Ball is over the line. Nesta. 30 minutes gone. And this is Adriano. Now it's Hazard. Adriano! A terrific save from the keeper.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Shoots! They've got to be quick to recover this. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Triol. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Inter Milan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Guardiola. Bellingham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now there's a fine ball. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he was quick to react. Brzezinski. Now it's Hazard. Can he get it through? Hernandez receives it in a... Oh, what a climb! Mbappe. Now it's Gnabry. This is Messi. Madrid finding their passes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And we've reached half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Inter can...
And Messi! From another planet! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Madrid go 2 up and into a position. Mbappe! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Messi with the short one. Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Adriano.
Might want to be careful there.
No foul, says the referee. And it's Messi. Scholes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Messi. And here's Gnabry. He won't be happy with that one. Brzezinski. He came in hard, very hard. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Spread neatly. Hernandez. Now the ball in. Not the most convincing of passes.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607 spettatori.
And it's Gnabry. Guardiola. And it's Bellingham. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Looking for options for... It's Adriano! He has done it! Just 1 goal in it now! Game on! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Gnabry, foot in. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's...
Adriano! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's Hazard. And this is Adriano. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A look...
Big chance! It's in! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Numero 7.
And that means just what this time, surely!
Numero 23.
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Kimmich. Guardiola. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Zanetti makes the interception. Scholes. That's been cut out, well played. Guardiola. Now it's Messi. Distributed tidily. Gnabry going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Brzezinski. Now, can he find a finish? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team...
Shapes to shoot! They've done it! And they are right back within touch! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Out to the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Messi! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Costa Curta. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Bellingham. Oh, good spread. The most accurate pass. Triol. Guardiola. Now it's Mbappe. And that will be the final act. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Saka! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Brzezinski. Scholes. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Now it's Bale. Scholes. Del Piero. And there's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Metz are looking to go forward now. Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Aimed beyond the defence. Now here's the delivery. Cleared without hesitation. He's having a shot! Oh, what to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Beckenbauer. And it's Rosicky. Neymar. Quarter of an hour played. Well, the ball's gone astray. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Looking to play him in. Now it's Bale. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Brzezinski. Passing is crisp and sharp. No, that's been intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Del Piero is fouled. It's a quick one. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Del Piero. Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. Neymar. Pedri. He's shifting through the gears here. Hazard. Hazard with the delivery. And the ball is out of play. Hernandez. Beckenbauer. Half an hour played now. Gerrard. Now it's Neymar. It's Saka. Hernandez going full tilt down the left. Now it's Del Piero. Scholes. Nesta. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Hazard. Gerrard. Hazard. Neymar. Nicely spread. Now it's Saka. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, played through for the wide man. Up he goes! Goal! Metz! There is the breakthrough. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Après 37 minutes de jeu, le numéro.
Metz have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Hazard has been caught there, it's a foul. And it's Hazard. Del Piero. Saka. Neymar. Saka. Nicely worked. And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Neymar. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Neymar! Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Il y aura 2 minutes de
Gerrard
temps
gets into
additionnel.
some space. Zanetti clears it away. Hazard. That has been cut short. And here's Bale. And this is Neymar. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the second half gets underway.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Corner number 2 then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Metz have the chance to go the other way. Oh, he's been caught napping. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Oh, that's neat. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And he whips it in. Cleared without hesitation. He's gone for goal! No, he's missed it.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Hernandez, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Beckenbauer. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Now, can they get him away? Serginho. And it's Hazard. That's Gerrard. And it's Cannavaro. Inter Milan, still this single goal behind. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Brzezinski. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Stoichkov. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Beckenbauer. Brzezinski. And it's Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Backward it goes. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And here's Hazard. And Del Piero! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Changement. Hazard. Le numéro
So, time for
69.
changes on
Neymar.
both sides, actually.
Le numéro 18.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Le numéro 22. Changement en
Pedri.
cours.
Out to the left it goes. Beckenbauer proves too strong. Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Beckenbauer. Now it's Palmer. Oh, perfectly measured that. Just the goal. Takes a shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him then. Deserved more.
Metz making consecutive changes here. Hernandez. Hazard. That's Rosicky. Scholes. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Pedri. That's a cute ball. Nesta cuts it out. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pedri.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Cannavaro. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Oh, sweet feet. And it's De Bruyne. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. And this is Adriano. Now it's Scholes. He's in space and looking for options. Tries a shot! Off the post! And the lead stays intact, just.
Attention au changement.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that is expertly dealt with. Gravenberg. And this is Adriano. And he shoots! Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Yeah, the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Climbs up big! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Serginho.
Vinicius Junior.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. It's a pretty loose pass. Beckenbauer. And it's Palmer. Good ball, good take. Mbappe! Pass somewhat off target. Palmer. De Bruyne. Metz finding their passes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Hazard. Well, played right into his path. And the referee brings it to a close. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Inter.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here, this crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacant.
Ah, he's given it away. Nicely weighted ball. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism.
Zico! It's hit the uprights, and he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Beckenbauer. And it's Scholes. And it's Azar. Now it's Yamal, just about within shooting range. And this is Adriano. Pinches it off him. Gerrard. And here's Bale. Nicely spread. Yamal. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's burst through. Zico. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. And it's Zico! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Great chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Gerrard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He's picked his way through. Ronaldinho. It's a goal kick. Costacurta. And it's Azar. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cannavaro.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That looks a good ball through. He's shifting through. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Great save by Dida. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Costa Curta clears it away. Ronaldinho gets into some space. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Azar. He could be in here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. De Bruyne! And that is doing no harm at all.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Gerrard. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That is good alertness. Oh, good spread. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Hazard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
De Bruyne. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Gerrard. Xavi Alonso. That has been slung wide. And he's managed to get free. Engages and forces him off the ball. And the first 45 minutes are up. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station. Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Stoichkov. He's found a way through. It's Azar! That's another chance. And again! He scores! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Scholes duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time.
Bale! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Gerrard. Now it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Inter Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And this is Adriano. Oh, easy pickings there. That has not gone well. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And he shoots! Goal! Turkey! Into the lead once more.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Turkey get themselves into the lead. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Inter Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. And it's Zico. Gerrard. Zico. Oh, it's hit the post. Scholes is the team's great visionary. Maldini does really well to win the ball there. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played in deep. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Hazard. Gerrard. Over to the left. Ronaldinho. Zico. And this is takes a shot! Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And here's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gerrard.
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gerrard. Yamal is in a really good position out wide.
Substitution.
Nesta. Bale. And here's Bale. Chance! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous. And he's kept his team in it.
Corner number 3 coming up.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Cafu does well to stand up to him. And this is Bergkamp. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Inter Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
He has found the way through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, Red, nice interception. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. De Bruyne. And it's Bergkamp.
Inter really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And this is Adriano. Nicely aimed pass. Looking for a runner. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Zico. That looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Hernandez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Confirmation that... So that's it. It is all over. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for...